Well, it's been quite a minute since the last tank time, so here we are. While I've been working away at a rather large Zoid project, I got the sudden inspiration to finish off a couple of tanks from the pending pile, considering I kept opening the cabinet, and there they were staring at me. So I thought I'd start off with this Flammpanzer. Historically, I'm not that great at painting, but I enjoy messing about and figuring things out, so this old DML build is actually a really solid piece to have a bit of a play with. Starting with this one, I'm actually going to be using SMS paints for all of my builds moving forward. And that's simply because I've actually fallen in love with these paints. I use them for all of my Zoids when I do a custom build, so basically I want to try and transition to using them on my tanks as well. So I just want to see how they play with the other bits and pieces I use, such as pigments and the enamel bits and bobs. So for this one in particular, I'm actually going to be aiming for a bit of a heavy weathered look and more of a darker feel to it, just simply because I want to paint something like that. And that does mean that I am not going to try for a historical look. In fact, it's quite rare that I ever will try to do something historically accurate. I just like to build models and enjoy them. Realistically, the thing that I like most about tanks isn't really visible from the outside, which is basically the running gear and the developmental process that they went through and why they did things the way they did. I find that more fascinating than, you know, cosmetic accuracies and things like that. Alright, back on topic. I started off with going with a black undercoat all around. That was for the wheels, the hull, the turret, everything actually. And all I did was add a bottom coat of RAL 7028 yellow-green, which is PL 129 in the SMS colors. And I left it quite dark so that when I sprayed the other 7028 variant, being the sand yellow or PL 130, it wouldn't be fighting with the other shade and it could take the more frontal focus on the flat surfaces, leaving the other areas more shaded, I guess. After the color rails were added, I chose PL 178 chassis black for both the barrel soot and exhaust areas with the intention of coming back later to dull it with an AK Interactive smoke pigment. And I'm pretty happy with how it looks, given that I was tossing up to do a Warhammer style flamer on the barrel at first, which would have been a typical burnt copper with blue tones and smoke touches, so I'm glad I didn't go that way. Moving on to the wheel rubbers, there's a special pot that I have mixed up with 50/50 AK Interactive Black and Citadel's Abaddon Black, thinned down with AK Interactive's acrylic thinners, I think. And this has an excellent rubber finish when it dries, I feel. Onto the washing, once again, AK Interactive's enamel washes I feel work really damn well, being dark yellow for the bulk with a bit of rust and streaking here and there. And even on the deck tools, for that more of a grubby, used appearance. And while we're on the topic of the washes, their wood wash is really damn nice, especially when paired with the various browns from Citadel, and it actually gives it like a bit of a timber grain look, which is really nice to see. When working with the tracks, black undercoat with a top coat of PMT08 gunmetal worked really well before the mud was applied, or the spares having the track wash and rust applied. The mud being an AK Interactive diorama product called Dark Earth. All in all, it only took about 4 hours to knock out, and honestly, I'm pretty happy with how it looks. I feel like I've achieved the goals that I wanted to personally get here. As for the in progress pile, I do have another one that I want to knock out fairly soon, being a Ryefield Stug 3G from before I even started this YouTube channel. Which, that sort of puts things into perspective how much I like painting, I guess. That being said, I need to quickly modify the Stug before I begin. It has those dirty, disgusting cotton tow ropes presently, and that's a personal peeve that I have with some AFV kits. I feel like putting cotton tow ropes in there is just stupid. Also, it should be noted that the Stug will have some form of camouflage as well. I'm not really sure what yet, but anyhow, I'll shut up for now and I'll let you folks watch. I guess that's it for this one. It was nice to randomly dive back into a tank. I think moving forward I'm going to aim to finish my backlog of unpainted things completely, and then focus on both building and painting them in tandem, so that I don't get a backlog this big again. But in any case, see you next time. Take care.